God bless. Praise be Jesus Christ. Good day.
Okay, so let's see. Next. Skill teacher. So there's a quest up here somewhere.
Gather round, good men, so you can avoid danger. Hear what I say about the greatest evil of all, the one called woman. They look like angels on the outside, soft, gentle, and well-formed, enough to turn even an honest man's head. But under this pretty skin, there's a devil who only cares for trinkets and finery and thinks without...
Oh, you booch.
That's a beautiful bull you've got there. You don't see an animal like that every day.
Aye. And nothing is the finest animal far and wide. He wasn't cheap either.
Aren't you afraid of wolves tearing him to pieces?
How would they get here? Besides, I keep him in the barn at night, guarded by my farmhand. Say, you're a bit too interested in a nothing. What's it about?
I'm considering buying it from you, but only if it's really worth it.
What are you blabbering about? You walk around in those smelly old rags, and you're telling me you can afford my nothing? Piss off, before I beat you black and blue. Hell with knuckles. Fucking dirty teeth. Time to get payback for that.
Good doggy. Good boy.
should not actually be from the top. Okay, so that's done. So I'll go ahead to the rest of the class.
Hear what I say about the greatest evil of all. One called woman. They look like angels on the outside. Soft, sensitive, and
Jesus Christ, we pray.
Hmm.
Mutt!
Oh my. The fuck? I look like a Grim Reaper or something.
Fresh soil. You didn't take heed of the coin or the books.
Okay, so let's see. Black meat spear cake. Lemons.
So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
Run. Okay, so from here. Go here. I'm not sure what they're going on about, but so let's see. Reader.
The Lord be with you.
Was möchtest du, mein Freund?
Okay, so trade.
I'll have a look at the wares.
So pretty much one. Look at this.
wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
But the blacksmith's the best person to sell.
Heal.
So I mean, we could take muffin stuff and then leather gloves. Blacksmith's not here. That's an idiot. See how it's close now. Ooh. So we'll take, we'll keep that. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's cool. We can just go straight to trade.
Das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
We're looking for. Okay, so yeah, my groceries pretty good now. Like at 616. Exciting. Okay, so we have to go to the place before. So in here, then
Hail Mary.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
It's some nice music, though. I like it. Nice and relaxing. What is very cheerful? So, we
Mutt!
oops.
Ka!
So we're going towards G. This is so hard to hit.
Go! Ka! Go! Quick! Quick!
Oh, Pebbleous.
Quick!
So,
Go! Whoa! Lord be with you.
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
Want a swig of schnapps? Or two, maybe?
If it's any good, I won't say no. Show it here.
It's just that I don't have anything on me.
Don't offer what you haven't got. I was looking forward to it.
yes.
How was it with the diabolical apparition? I heard you saw something.
Leave me be.
Look, mate, I'll gladly give you a few groschen, but spit it out now. Here you are.
What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that. That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure.
Siegfried said you might welcome some help.
Aye, and you've come just in time, lad. Just a few days ago, I bought a young ram, but he turned out to be more burden than beast. As soon as he got a sniff of wolves, he hightailed it out of there.
You think a sheep would stay in the herd?
Aye, exactly. This ram ran off straight into the deepest, darkest forest, and I'm supposed to look for him there at my age. The wolves are said to be in that part of the forest.
Let me guess. You want me to go in there?
A few years ago, I would have gone in there with pleasure and given them a beating. But what can I do now? I'm so old. You're still young. It'll be easy for you.
I'll help you.
Oh, that would be mighty nice of you. That ram is as dumb as a log, but losing even a single sheep would be a shame. There are some clearings not far from here in the woods. If he's still alive, he'll definitely be grazing there.
He'll come with me, just like that.
No, but take this parrot. He'll follow you to the ends of the earth for that.
What does that remind me of?
Ignatius.
Farewell, my friend.
Ignatius.
That herds boy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
So, let's see. Alright, I better go find Ignatius. Ignatius. Yeah.
This must be the lost ram. Greetings, sheep. Don't worry, we're going home. Do you want to hear a joke? What did the wolf say to the baby sheep? Nice to eat you. You're right. It wasn't that funny. Sit. I said, sit. Oh, aye. Only for carrots. Come here. Come here. But. run off again, the little beast.
A lot of those because yeah, I accidentally smacked them. Well, so this is what we left. It's herbaceous. It's mad to death. Well, now yes.
Well, I'm back.
So, what happened? Don't keep me in suspense.
I found him, but we were attacked by wolves along the way. And they devoured him. There were too many of them, and I couldn't handle them. They were close to devouring me, too.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, lad. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but, well, sometimes there's nothing you can do. Don't take it too hard. Here's something for your troubles, and don't give up.
Thank you.
And if you want to help someone else, then there's Natan hereabouts. Not a name you hear often, eh? Well, not everyone can be called Hans or Dorothy. His parents had a bit of imagination, unlike some folks. Now, where was I? Oh, right. Natan's herd grazes to the west of Semi. He's got a nice little place there. I've got to give him that. Maybe he's also having some trouble. Farewell. Take a bath, for goodness sake. You look awful.
Well, yeah, another let's see. Alright, horse.
Horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herd boy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil. This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here.
Get out before you come to a bad end. You've no business here, fella. Go back where you came from. I don't want to set eyes on you ever again.
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
I came about that sword of yours. I'd like to buy it from you.
I'll keep my sword, thanks very much. It's a fine piece.
Right. Long since broken and unused. I wouldn't hum and haw too long if I were you. Radovan the blacksmith will give you a good price for it.
Oh, right. You mean that sword? I don't have it anymore.
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil, and they're summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense.
Of course it is.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
The apparition was seen by the Conciliatory Cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there. Maybe to cover up who he really is. And what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman riding to Apollonia. He thought it was an apparition, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round at the crossroads like a top.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here, in the woods below the rocks. A well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal. The man who rode on it wasn't an apparition, or the devil.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's sake! Stop this nonsense right now.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff, but you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you said. How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order, and an outstanding teacher.
Ambrose was a member of your order.
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague Chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskowitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave, in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. There's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
Okay.
You silly doggy.
Let's see. A boom, boom. That
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to give you this.
A cross? Mother of God, what's the meaning of this?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know what it's about.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I never forgave myself. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is supposed to be your absolution.
No, there's no absolution. Not yet. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me. His soul must find peace.
All right. I'll help you. But you'll have to tell me more.
Thank you, lad, thank you. But not here. We must go to the graveyard. That's where my curse lies.
Let's go then. There's no time to waste.
Teleportation.
Here it is.
What does the graveyard have to do with absolution?
Hold on. Not so fast. I'll tell you everything. First, tell me, are you afraid of the dead?
No.
The dead should rest in peace, even if they aren't in consecrated ground.
You're right, lad. But sometimes there's no choice but to disturb them. You see, one poor soul is waiting for redemption. For years and years.
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves. This is about the soul of Ambrose's brother.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall, buried without rites. He's been there for 30 years.
Why doesn't he have a proper grave?
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. They have to be buried outside the walls, like the unclean. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself. He didn't deserve such a dishonorable burial, and it's my fault. I said nothing.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends, and Jan loved me. Only, I chose his friend Vashek over him. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek killed him?
It was an accident. They quarreled. Jan drew his sword first, and Vashek had to defend himself. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting, and Jan fell. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed himself. The only one who didn't believe it was Jan's brother.
Did you see it? Were you there?
No, but I believed my Vashek. He would never have lied to me. It pained him till the day he died, and he lived in fear of Jan's brother creeping up behind him one day and taking his revenge. In the end, that fear ate him up from inside.
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must have realized that you two were involved in it.
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, most likely. He let us live in peace.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia. It never occurred to you that it was him?
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose. Besides, he got old, and I don't go to the cliffs much.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition. That's to commemorate Jan.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. And those diabolical apparitions. It's my fault for saying nothing. God is punishing me for my sins.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a diabolical apparition to scare you, would he? And what's more, Ambrose forgave you, didn't he?
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid to rest in consecrated ground. Help me lay him to rest in a proper grave, please.
But without telling the priest and gravedigger. Isn't that sacrilege?
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake. Jan didn't kill himself.
All right. We'll give him a proper burial. Jan's soul has the right to eternal rest.
Thank you. The Lord will pay you back 100-fold. There's a rose bush outside the graveyard wall. We'll find his bones beneath it. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here, beneath the pine tree. In that way, they'll be reconciled, at least in death. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave to bless their reconciliation.
Slappy. Like water. No words, no water.
Hallowed be thy name.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
God in heaven. Thank you. May God reward you, lad. I'd given up all hope.
I understand. A sin like that is a hard cross to bear.
30 years. I thought about it every day.
It's all right now. You did the right thing. Everything else is beyond the law of man.
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about all this, right?
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
All right. I'll accept the coin, and that'll be the end of it.
Thank you again for your help. God be with you, Henry.
Quick! Ka! Da! Ka! Go! Ka!
Hey, fella! Listen, we need help.
What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Did Conrad really want to flee?
Yes, we stopped him at the last moment. He almost got away, but we surrounded him.
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention. That's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
You're a knight of an order.
Yes, I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the red star. And these are brothers Sibald and Nicholas. You are too late to make the acquaintance of Brother Klesgen, I'm afraid. We take care of the sick in infirmaries throughout the land. But we can't help our brother. You have to help us, while there's still time.
Don't know.
Mother of God. Mary.
That swine tried to deceive me. He mustn't get away.
God, thank you. Try to get close unseen and set fire to the haystack on the right-hand side of the yard. Then his crossbow will be useless. But do it quickly, before he gets away.
God,
Excuse me.
me.
Hey! Stop right there! Halt, or I'll shoot.
Wait, Conrad! It's me, Henry!
Don't move a muscle, I mean it!
I don't know what's going on here. I just want to talk with you in peace.
I understand, but there's no time for talk now.
They sent me after you, but I'm not your enemy.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anyone anymore. I don't want to kill you. Go away.
I can help you. Let's talk.
All right. But make it quick. And no sudden movements. Agnosco fortunam Carthaginus.
What do you want?
You wanted to run off and break our agreement.
And what is it you want to hear from me?
Why do they want to kill you?
Why? They want to silence me. I had proof of our Grandmaster's Denyek's treachery. But they are blind. They refuse to believe me.
What about the murders? Did you really kill 2 brothers of the Order?
I had to defend myself. I would be dead if I hadn't killed them.
Where can I find Ambrose's broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath them, and the sword is on the grave.
That's all I need to know.
There's no time to go into it. Sorry, young man. You got mixed up in a game of high stakes, and there's no way back.
In that case, we'll play that game out together. Just let them come.
Thank you, friend. Benedictio Domini sit tecum. Do you hear me? The Inquisition tricked you!
You want to try me?
I'll rip your arse open! Watch out! I can't... Don't stop!
So you have a weapon. Big deal. You're beginning to make me nervous. Kind master. Huh? My...
Oh no, the way they freaking scream when they die. It's too funny. Roses. This. Bro got so exhausted.
Just a little longer.
Let's see. Any of this better? Others? Hmm. So, that is and so I don't do it. So this say a lot of speed. Better, better, better. Home. What else? Got switches on what is it? Um, mm, maybe it's 5 more pounds. Back there. So here. uh, better. So good for that. I don't get why closing the book is the same as okay, you can last book. I didn't know I changed it.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here. There's nothing more here. Sorry, Ambrose. Rest in peace.
Am I gonna be too heavy to shop? Then I saw some stuff. Let's see. So
Hello, Otto.
I'm surprised that it's still trouble. Okay. Let's see. So food.
I'll be with you.
Then from here, it's, let's take it off. This I put a little bit longer. Thought he would be awake.
What the? Did I? What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
I'll have a look at the wares.
So this guy has common longsword. So that. So that. So this. So that. That. That's gonna be 2 damage.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
He's not gonna have no. That's the issue. Just too fat. Or I mean, he's too poor. Not too fat. I'm too fat. Good.
Steal.
Bro, just teleport.
What would you like?
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
Yeah. In case I lose my head first. I can't take that.
What do you want here, you scoundrel? Why'd you barge in here?
Why can I craft it? So. Okay, so that's the best way to. So instead of like talking with them with E, you just bolt them. Takes you to the store or whatever, so this is like different. But
been banging this spot for a long time. Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
Pissing down again. You silly doggy.
That's beautiful.
Pissing down rain again.
There we go. Hey, Ann, how's it going? I started, I'm becoming a blacksmith right now. Trying to get my blacksmithing skills up. Sleepy? Have you... Did you fall out of your sleep schedule again? Or...
What would you like?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
Say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons. And you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.